Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and a warm welcome to this week's Walking Wednesday. And right as I say that, I think it starts to very slightly rain. I can feel very tiny droplets on my forehead, so, oh well. It's not bad, you can barely feel it at all. It's fine. So, another week gone. I once again have forgotten what number I'm on. I wish I could have shown you the snow that was around here until yesterday. Or until today, rather. They said it was going to thaw out. I wish they'd given us another chance, because I mean, it'd be a good, nice change of scenery, basically. Because, yeah, here we are. And, doing, well, mostly around the same path as before. I don't think I've gone down this place, specifically. Keep biting the side of my lip. Yeah, so yeah, if I start sounding a bit weird, I think that's because I'm trying not to bite that side of my face. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've got a because I've got a wisdom tooth coming in there. That's why. Anyway, I've been around for some time, so it's not really weak news. Weak news, however, of course, The Mutant Girl Season 2, Episode 7 came out this week. As I promised, not really within the days that I promised, but still a significant time. Which means it's time for me to make that casting call, basically. I do wonder, of course, because people keep asking me, well, they ask me about several things, actually. One, who is it that's calling Marvick all the time? I'm not telling you. Well, other things about the series, but also, like, what other gachas am I going to be working on? And that's coming from new people, actually. Because, yeah, as far as the Mutant Girl is, I mean, I do need to branch out, basically. Because I've been thinking recently, especially yesterday when I was reviewing a series which is going to come out soon, I was thinking a lot about what, you know, has been holding me back this entire time. I'm not saying the Mutant Girl has been holding me back, but it's not been the steady progress that I would have imagined. I say, knowing full well the first episode is 1,000 views now, as of this week. But yeah, no, I'm just thinking, like, what else am I going to do in addition? Because obviously I've had other projects in the past that I've put on hiatus for several reasons, whether it's other people or it's because of myself. Which actually, yeah, both of those have happened. So yeah, honestly, I've been thinking about that. I want to start doing work on the Siren musical again, at least, and on my movie Virus Alert that I was working on. I said mini movie at first, but honestly, it's going to be a movie. We'll just get away from that. Oh, I came down to the wreck, actually. This place. And there's still some snow. Well, it's not the cast, it's the people that's making noise. Can't catch a break, can I? Oh well, doesn't matter. So, where are we now? We've got, just going to show you, we've got random patches of snow just to prove that I wasn't lying, basically. Going down there. I know, it's the grottiest snow you can imagine. I wish I'd have seen this place when I went for a walk a couple of days ago. Just to embrace, you know, what it would have looked like. I've never seen this place covered in snow, actually. I missed out on that. But yeah, oh well. Doesn't matter. But yeah, as far as everything goes, I'm just thinking, looking at that new series that I was mentioning, that I reviewed, and just seeing what kind of made it stand out, what made it unique among the crowd. But you'll see that several things made it very, very much like the crowd, but still managed to stand out on its own because of actually, again, mostly visuals. Which, if you think about it, is actually kind of what the Music Freaks does. And yeah, I know that I tend to pick on the Music Freaks a bit. I don't pick on it. I like the series. Well, I mean, I've only watched the first episode because I want to review the rest of it, and I don't want to spoil it for myself. But yeah, what I said in that video that I did on the Butter Bunch was that the Music Freaks is a visual and technical spectacle, but it's not the most unique in terms of story. So basically, this thing would be the same as that, but, you know, multiplied times infinity, really. Here's another grotty patch of snow. But then, and also it was from 2019, so it's not as good visually anyway. But it's certainly more cliche. I won't spoil that too much. But yeah, I've been thinking about simple ways that employed that kind of visual style that it had. What kind of aspects weren't really popular back then that this person did employ. I'm not going to say who it is because that'll ruin the surprise. But needless to say, it is something that there's something to wonder when you just think about it visually. But then, of course, I'm a story person most of the time, so that's not really what I do, is it? Of course not. But yeah, I've got a lot to think about in terms of that. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe I would employ something new visually to some project in the future. I mean, Virus Alert particularly was geared towards all the backgrounds of Gacha Life. I even had a page dedicated to just backgrounds of things that I would use, and, you know, the map layout of the world. And then suddenly Gacha Club came out, and that was mostly redundant. I think there were a few backgrounds of Gacha Life that got removed entirely from there. Not that I can't find them on FreePic, but still. It might take a bit of shifting around, basically. But yeah, honestly, I haven't got to that stage yet. I'm not sure. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. Other things this week. Virus Alert. No, not Virus Alert, sorry. Minecraft Adventures. Yeah, I did actually record another Minecraft Adventures. I don't know if I mentioned this last time. But yeah, it's been taking more time because I actually realised that I accidentally did not have my audio. Because, you know, like, it recorded everyone else's audio but not mine. So, I don't know why. And before anyone says it's not my mic, it was the program I used, not the mic itself. The mic is fine. I have to defend that quite a lot. But yeah, unrelated. Of course, audio issues are no new thing for me, but they are certainly something that I need to bear in mind. And also, thankfully, Emma recorded her perspective, so I should just ask her for that later. It's the biggest patch of snow I've seen in a while, actually. That's terrible panning, I'm sorry. Can't even see. Whatever. I was trying to press my foot on it like I conquered a mountain or something. Yeah, but no. It's like a mountain patch over there. Not like a mountain patch, like a chunk or something. Like someone tried to make a cube out of it and failed miserably. Yeah, I have no idea. What was I gonna... Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that episode has been recorded, and we've been talking about potential ideas of what to do and, like, including yet more new people into the roster. I don't want to have to rely on that too much because that will just make the group grow in magnitude again to what I complained that Aiden did in the first place. There you go. Snowy chunk or toilet seat or whatever that was supposed to be. Oh, great. On both sides, there are people using, I think, buzzsaws or something. Okay, going this way then. Yeah, no, two different people. Buzzsaw City here. I don't know. I don't particularly want to go downhill so I'll just make my way back the same way I came. More or less. Very up a little. Can't wait to see this place with people again, actually. There's a time that I would always run into someone that I knew when I was here. From different places. I mean, quite honestly, there was a time when I knew several people from several different places at once, you know. At one point I was everywhere, basically, which always was a thing for me at the time. I thought to myself, oh yeah, I can just sign up for everything, you know, because in Spain there was not a single day really that passed by where I wasn't in some sort of club of something, whether it's outside of school or in school hours, on top of school obviously. Then here I gave myself a few days off, but still was in 2 separate youth theatres, plus had was a member of some other lunchtime clubs and whatever. And then at times had D&V to do, which is the Duke of Edinburgh Award. I didn't really give myself much to do. Let's go this way. I think buzzsaw person number 2 has stopped, whereas buzzsaw person number 1 is still going. But yeah, now that I think about it, that's kind of what I was used to. I was more active than I thought I was back then. And then of course now, you know, after leaving school and growing out of all those clubs that I used to go to, what is it that I do now? What is it that anyone does now really? It's quarantine, but me especially, even before that, I kind of felt like I was sort of letting everything go. And then hyper-focusing on YouTube as if it was the only thing that I really had left from there. That's a rather bleak observation I just made, but there you go. It's not the only thing, because obviously university happened, and then particularly when I was at LIPA, I was pretty much there all the time, you know, whether it was contact hours, whether it was the weekends. In fact, that shattered me more than anything else that I did before. So yeah, now that I think about it, in terms of how much I've just been, you know, resting and rotting in my room, essentially, I can kind of see why that happens. It's not the preferred option that I had, but it was somewhat inevitable that it would happen eventually. And bear in mind, I was in Spain, like 8 years ago or something, and the club thing started, I don't know, like 10 years ago. So there you go. Almost half my life was committing to a bunch of things at once and hoping that they all turned out for the best. No wonder I can't focus on one thing. So my channel was always a mess, because I was universally projecting that onto what I did online and not separating them out accordingly, or giving one of them enough attention. Could I finish season 2 last year like I wanted to? I honestly don't know. But then again, would I even be here if I didn't do the experimentation that I had? I also don't know. Yeah, normally I get this philosophical at 3 AM, but no. It's, was it almost 3 PM now? There you go, philosophy works on a 12-hour cycle, apparently. Honestly, don't know what else to say in this one. I don't think there's that much that really happened. I did speak to my friends from Spain, which I hadn't spoken to, haven't spoken to in some time. But yeah, that was just us playing Human Fall Flat for about 2 hours and not realizing how to fix yet another audio issue, which was basically that I was running a video and Discord wasn't capturing the mic. Once again, the mic is fine. That's not the problem. I got a lot of flack from people when I first bought the microphone. It started seemingly malfunctioning, but no. The only issue it has now is that Audacity only records a bunch of static with it, basically. But I don't know, I'm still doing VA auditions like I actually just posted today, early today. So I think I'll be fine. Not to mention, there is some sort of audio from Minecraft Adventures that I salvaged, and thank goodness for that. And that will come out sometime soon. And then, one thing I have to mention before I go, the Aphmouse stream. Okay, I'm going to go down the footpath. There's no actual footpath on this road, which, once again, terrible panning, but you can see that behind me. I don't usually like to film down these paths in case I come across someone and I have to move out the way. But oh well, desperate times. So yeah, I generally had withdrawals from the Aphmouse stream. In fact, there's still withdrawals. Now I should have streamed what I just did yesterday, basically, that review. Although then again, if I did, that would have taken several hours. So maybe it's best that I didn't do that. I did think at one point maybe I should start just live streaming Gacha review. Maybe that was better. I don't know how it is that YouTube promotes live streams versus regular videos. Whether once the video is out, it will promote it more in like your recommended sections or not. I've seen a few recommended streams in my sections before, like a GT Live one today, but not that many. So I don't know. In terms of the growth that I was looking for, not sure. I'm the small community that I once was, no more. I used to say that a lot, you know. It was a small community, taking pride in what little I'd actually achieved, basically. But honestly, now is when I feel more like I've done that than ever. And probably at the time in my life that I need it the most, basically. Because what better way to get that interaction than finding people literally across the world and partly streaming to them, but also, you know, doing premieres, watching videos with them, discussing things on Discord, basically just talking about stuff creatively that we've all worked on. I feel like now more than ever is when I needed that, actually. Silver lining to, you know, the dark cloud that is quarantine, I suppose. So honestly, to all those people, I say thank you. You've kept me company, and I hope that I have done the same for you. Alright, now where the heck do I go? I'm not lost, I'm just thinking which path do I take. Makes the less noise and has the least people. I'll go this way. I've just got a bunch of rocks in my shoes. I'm going to finish this up soon. Please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. Subscribe if you've not done so already, and I hope to see you soon for everything else that I just said, and possibly finally focus on a couple of things on here and end what it is that I have started and never finished. But until that point, until next time, farewell.